As a practicing Catholic, I see no reason why you want to buy that house.
No, as a practicing Catholic, which makes me the authority, of course, on what you should be thinking.
You're going to have, it's just too much. But I really appreciate the thought. But anything beyond that, we just don't have the money. And I'm not going to pay for it. Okay? Thank you.
Sound like a Walmart Karen, don't it? Sound like something a Walmart Karen would say. Listen, I'm not going to pay for it. Okay? Hey, yo, it's your girl J9E. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, get into the comments. Let me know what you think about this, okay? So they get the heel out, and then this blessing falls. Bam! This opportunity, we'll just call it an opportunity. This opportunity presents itself as she is leaving. That is clear, like to me, like I said, from the outside, as an outsider, to me, what it looks like is this is an opportunity. It's easier for the people on the outside to see that because they're not working in fear. They're not making decisions based on whether it looks too hard, whether they think they can do it based on facts. It's just based on what is happening. It's like, oh, I see that. Oh, there's a bridge. You can walk across that. We can just see the opportunity. But they have to kind of make the decision and be fearful. And so this is the way that the people on the inside are operating. And I get that. But at this last meeting, it was so much stuff going on. Like the opinions of some of these people, like say, this is Mary Avant. Like, no, she was, in the mix with all this stuff that was going on with Tiffany, not working with Tiffany, but like against, Tiffany. So you would think that she would be kind of an ally, at the very least to say. She's now even on the Thornton Township board. But you would think that she would be able to kind of see this, but no, she came up and she had an alternate opinion about buying the Pope's house also. She didn't want to do it. She thinks it's a bad idea. She wants them to just pay whatever bills they have and then just everything stay the same, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's like, that's fine. It's like if the bills are there, the bills are there. The bills are still going to be there. If they don't buy the Pope's house, and then somebody else coming by, then they're going to have to deal with whatever that person decides to do with the house, which brings whatever crowd for whatever. But if they can control it themselves, then they can dictate and use it to their advantage to help build your little town or village. But I understand how they can't see it, right? But there's a few things that I kind of want to go over with this. Like, and one would be her speech, what she's going to say.
Good evening, residents. Mary Avant from Dolton. I just have a couple of questions that hopefully will be discussed or answered during the discussion and approval.
Mm-hmm.
Purchasing the Pope's resident or these two addresses is admirable. But with the state we're in right now, I guess my concern is, do we have the money? And even if we have the money, there's called upkeep, there's called water, there's called light bills, all of these things. Who's going to maintain that? We raised a whole bunch of cane about not being in the real estate business when we were dealing with Melanie Fitness and the Dorchester, and it looks like we're headed back down that. And I figure we're probably in worse shape now financially than we were. But do we have the money? Or even if somebody's going to give it to us, if I gave you $200,000 today, whatever the house costs, it still has to be maintained. And I say that as a homeowner. In my opinion, a house is a pimp because it's money every day.
I thought like that. First of all, I thought that was strange that was the analogy that she picked. A house is a pimp because it's got to be paid every day. I think what she means is what she's saying is that there's stuff always happens with a house. It always requires some type of upkeep. Now, every day, absolutely not, Mary. Just no. If you mean who's going to wash the dishes, nobody's living in there. So there's not going to be dishes. Not going to be dishes. They're not going to be renting the house out. So in all honesty, I mean, they don't even have to have the water on. Even if the water was on, nobody's living in there. So nobody's turning it on. The electricity, you talking about that porch light that's gonna need to be on? Because like I said, ain't nobody gonna be living in there. Like, why does she think that there's gonna be an electric bill, like this huge electric bill that's gonna always just be going on here? This they might need to keep the air on, I guess, to some degree, just that, even the slightest bit, just so that it doesn't create so that mildew and things like that don't happen from it getting so hot and it just being hot, and you don't want to leave the windows open because then the bugs come in, elements, rain, that kind of stuff. So you're gonna have to keep that, and that's pretty much it. And then the porch light. That's pretty much it. She's acting like somebody gonna be living in there, running a washer and dryer. Ghosts don't do that. Like, I don't know what, like, who do you think is gonna be living in there? I'm sorry, I don't want to ramble, but I'm just saying, like, it's like that when you just want to say no to something, you'll come up with a million excuses as to why it shouldn't be. Like, I just don't know about this. Even if somebody comes along and decides to pay for it, there's still gonna be somebody's gonna have to pay the bills. Bitch, what bills? Like, what bills? What bills are you talking about? Nobody's gonna be living in there. Like, nobody. They're not gonna rent it out. That's not what's gonna happen. Okay, that's not what's gonna happen. Oh my God, it's so strange. It's just the strangest thing. And actually, the way she started out was actually on the wrong. You could just tell it was just wrong. It was like, do we have the money to pay for it? And even if we do, so your answer is no anyway. Whether we have the money, don't have the money, have the time, don't have the time. They got the answer. They got a business model that's gonna pay for the bills. You still gonna say no. You just don't want to have nothing nice, okay? I'm sorry. It's just something about this energy that's coming off of this place at this point. It's like y'all don't want to have no nice stuff. Y'all don't want to, y'all want to complain about what it looked like, but y'all don't want to do nothing about it. Like y'all want somebody to magically, y'all want a magic fix, but y'all don't want to fix it. Right? You want to be able to have the ability to blame people. You want to be able to blame people for it. You want to say, y'all ain't got no good ideas. And then when they say they got an idea, you want to be like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. You want to do that. Got it. I'm just asking, Mary. I'm just asking.
It calls my name every day for something, from the garbage on down. So let's be mindful. We don't have a police chief, a fire chief.
Like I said, there ain't nobody gonna be living in there. What's the garbage? What's the garbage situation?
HR rep, finance director. So those are answers I like. Thank you.
And what do those have to do with the price of tea in China? What do those things have to do with the one thing? He's thinking, Jesus, and we done put her on the board at the Thornton Township. We ain't going nowhere. We're going nowhere fast.
Hello, my name is Annette Morrow, and I live in Dolton on Evers Street. This is the first time I've come up here. Mm-hmm. Now, as a practicing Catholic, I see no reason why you want to buy that house.
No, as a practicing Catholic, which makes me the authority, of course, on what you should be thinking, I don't see any reason as to why you, person whom I don't actually know, would want to buy a specific certain house. I can't see why you might be wanting to do that. So no. If only that's how it worked. If only that was how it worked, we wouldn't be in the mess we are in America right now. If the only way these fuckers could do the shit they doing is if we understood it or it made sense to us, they definitely wouldn't be able to do it. For some reason, this lady is giving me the vibe that she might be a contributor to how we got here. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. But I could. It's just the way that she said certain words. It's like there's like this visceral venom that comes out when she speaks. It's just given what it's given. But I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not usually, but whatever.
The house inside does not look anything like it did when Father Prevost lived there, or his parents, or his brothers. So I'm really against it. If you want to put money in, put it into the church, and then you can use that church. The church then can be used by the archdiocese. And then they were saying about the roads on Evers 149th, there is, we live in the middle of the block. There are sewers. On our side, it's nice, but there were kids out there playing. There's one of those big orange things. a little kid could go step in that and it would go above their head. It is so deep. Our alley is a mess. There's a car that's been there, I don't know how many years. We've got a lot of cars on our block that do not have stickers.
Okay.
That's money that we're missing out on. Who is taking care of these things? They should not be taking care of a house that I drove by once. I don't want to go back there.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I drove by once. There's all these Catholics who are coming from far and freaking wide wanting to come and look at this house. I'm not a Catholic, but I can see why they may want to like if I was a Catholic, I could put it because I could put myself in somebody else's shoes. I have the ability to do this. If I was a Catholic, a real Catholic, a practicing Catholic, a just devoted, devout Catholic, if I was that, I can see how the fact that when you find the house that the person who ends up being made to be the Pope used to live in, the idea to these people, the idea that this man is the Pope is not some random decision that was made. It would be something that was ordained, something that it was in the stars. Like what I would say was in the stars. It was going like he was picked, chosen by, And if he was chosen by, that was done a long time ago, like before he was even born, they might think. And if that's the case, then this is the house that was chosen by the big one. This is a house that was chosen, that was looked down on, that was looked at, that was watched, that was being monitored by him whom we will not name, is what this is. And I think that this lady knows that, but she doesn't like the idea of these people being the ones who benefit from something like this. Like, this is the feeling that I'm getting. It's because of the way that she speaks. There's this venom. There's these specific types of people these days. When they speak, it's in their eyeballs. They speak with venom in the tongue, and you hear it. It's visceral. You can hear it. You'll hear it.
Because the people that are living there are looking at you like, do you belong in my neighborhood? You're going to have, it's just too much. But I really appreciate the thought. But anything beyond that, we just don't have the money. And
now we just don't have the money. It's not, you can't see why they want to buy it. You think it's a bad idea because whatever. Then it hops right to, we just don't have the money right now. Which one is it? Which one is it? And listen to this.
I'm not going to pay for it. Okay? Thank you.
Sound like a Walmart Karen, don't it? Sound like something a Walmart Karen would say. Listen, I'm not going to pay for it. Okay? Really? And she thought she ate. And I'm going to tell you, everybody in there, in that room behind her, heard the same shit that I heard. And they know her. They heard the same shit that I said. That I heard. And that's why you hear the crickets that you do.
Thank you very
as
much.
she walks away. It's almost like she was never there. Nobody says a word. Listen to this.
We just don't have the money. And I'm not going to pay for it. Okay? Thank you.
We just don't have the money. And I'm not going to pay for it. Okay? That just shows how insincere we just don't have the money, to say it like, just to try to say it soft. We just don't have the money right now. We just don't have the money. Sorry, we just don't have it right now. But I'm not going to pay for it. Okay? I don't know what these people want. Is what I'm saying. Like the whole motivation for this video right now is to say, when they say you can't help people. Sometimes you can't help people. They gotta want to be helped. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. I'm feeling like, that's what this is starting to feel like. That these people just don't want nothing nice. They in there hating on each other, hating on just, oh my God, it's disappointing. Like, I know that the new mayor's intentions are pure. The staff, we already know that the board members, they are good at holding people accountable. If it wasn't looking right, Belcher would be saying so. This we are sure. She don't have, there ain't nothing shy about her. Okay. So clearly they are dotting their I's, crossing their T's, and not doing anything just blindly. Okay. But then there's people like this that just come in and just, I mean, luckily it doesn't matter. They ended up doing it anyway. They already did it. So yes, you are paying for it. Sorry, not sorry, because of your attitude. Because of your attitude, lady, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry that I'm not sorry neither. That's all I'm saying to you. Okay. You got to want better for yourself. You want something nice for yourself. He's trying to give you something nice. But she don't want nothing nice. She would, you know, those people who cut off their own nose to spite their face. This is basically where we're living at. If you're in America right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what happened. These people wanted to hurt. They wanted to, they just, you know, they wanted to hurt somebody so bad that they cut off their own face to in hopes that it would hurt the person that they were looking at. They cut out their own eyes thinking that would hurt the person they were looking at. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's not how that works. And now look at this. Every day we finding out how somebody done fucked around and found out. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, okay? Y'all behave, because I'm not going to do it. Absolutely not. Just no, thank you, okay? Y'all want to keep learning the hard way? Mama going to let you do it, because sometimes that's what you got to do, all right? But mama love you. Yes, she do. Ooh, peace.